Good evening. I'm Shannon Kay.
And I'm Michael Williams, in for Jay Cashmere. We begin with breaking news. Miami Dolphins head football coach Tony Sparano has been fired.
The story coming out of the team's Davie headquarters in Davie right now, and published reports suggest that the Dolphins owner wants a head start on landing a star coach to lead this franchise. ESPN 760's Jason Pugh is here, and we were talking earlier. You say this isn't shocking, but a little surprising by the timing.
Yeah, a lot of people thought, including myself, that Sparano was going to get fired this season, but it was going to come at the end of this season. I thought he should have been fired way back during Week 5, during the team's bye week, when they got off to that 0-4 start, which eventually turned to 0-7. But Stephen Ross, the owner of this team, he's still new to this business as far as owning the NFL franchise. He's still learning on the go, but Sparano, he wasn't going to make it through this season after a terrible, terrible start, 0-7 to the 2011 season. And 11 months ago, Miami Dolphins, they gave their head coach, Tony Sparano, a 2-year contract extension. Today, he has been fired. At a news press conference in Davie just wrapped up a few moments ago, the Dolphins made the announcement. Assistant head coach and defensive backs coach Todd Bowles has been named the team's interim head coach for the remainder of the season. The Dolphins will begin a national search immediately next year for the new head coach. General manager Jeff Ireland, he will remain with the Miami Dolphins, who was hired in 2008 with Sparano. Now, Sparano, he had initial success when he took over this team, transforming them from a 1-15 roster the year before to an 11-5 playoff team in his first season. Now, that mark matched the best turnaround in NFL history.
Tony has put his heart and soul in this team, and obviously he wasn't very happy about it. I think he understood. He might have even been relieved, because he's been under a tremendous amount of pressure, and you could probably see it on his face.
Unfortunately for Tony Sparano, going into this year, he wasn't set up for success. Stephen Ross flew across the country to interview Jim Harbaugh, who's now the head coach of the San Francisco 49ers. So that really took away from Tony Sparano's leverage and his authority with this roster.
You had questions across the lineup, starting at quarterback, and then the timing of the firing again. Kansas City fires its coach. Jacksonville had already fired its coach. Clearly, this seems, Jason, like a franchise that wanted to get a head start and not be lost in the shuffle looking for that marquee name.
Absolutely, and there's nothing really positive surrounding this team right now. Stephen Ross had to do something, create some interest, some buzz around this organization. He wants a big name head coach on this staff, so we'll see who goes out there and hires.
All right. Thank you very much. A lot of names there. Gruden, Billett.